I think we have to have more faith in momentum because this past week I kind of did, I guess, a little bit of an experiment with this, and I noticed that when one good thing happened, when I tried my luck, sure, not everything went my way, but a lot more things went my way than normal. The week started off really good. I just kind of sat around the house, meditated, thought about life, just enjoyed the beautiful weather, and as the week progressed, I just felt good. So I tried my luck with some stuff. I'm not gonna get into that stuff, but every day I just did something where I was like, I just feel good. Let me try it, and most of it turned up pretty good. And I think that speaks to our energy as people. And as I was thinking about it before, I realized like I think that's part of the reason when something good happens, or something good is like we know something good is about to happen, it feels like it's harder to sleep at night because that energy, that good energy, that positive momentum is like it's like building inside of us. Like it doesn't want us to just sit idle. It wants us to go and try and move more. And I feel like this is just with everything in life. It kind of feels like, when it I mean, I'm not the first person to think of this, but it's like, when things are going right, they're just really going right. And when things are going wrong, they're just really going wrong, you know. And I feel like when we do get that burst of positive momentum, we just have to grab onto it and just run with it as far as we possibly can before it goes out. It's kind of like remember when you played Mario Kart and you got that little star and then like you went rainbow and it was like doo, 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 doo. Like it's kind of like that. Like nothing, you're invincible. Nothing can stop you. You kind of have to use that as much as you possibly can, as long as you possibly can, until you know until it runs out. And I think that the way you keep that ball rolling, that momentum, that start going is by testing it for more stuff. It's kind of like jumping from platform to platform. It's like you have the positive momentum, you jump to the next thing. Once this runs out, you have the momentum from this thing, and then so on and so forth. And like I said, not everything is going to go your way. I mean, that would just be crazy. Maybe it will. I'm not saying it won't. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but there are things that you're gonna do that even with positive momentum might not go your way, but you'll still have that positive feeling of, oh well, this didn't go my way, but so all these other things did. And the more you try, the more you put yourself out there, the more you put yourself in situations for something positive to happen. You can't really lose. Yeah, okay, maybe you will not get what you want, but you'll learn from the experience. If you learn from the experience, it's not a failed experience. And I think there's also ways that you can implement this into every day to at least feel some sort of realm or some sort of like jolt of positivity or jolt of happiness or that jolt of momentum. And I think one of the best ways to do this is by practicing gratitude because there are a lot of things that are going on in the world right now that aren't so great. I'm not going to get into them, but you can kind of figure what I'm talking about. But every day when I wake up, I realize and I kind of say to myself, yeah, there are a lot of things in the world that are going wrong right now, but I have, you know, and I'll list off however many things I have to be grateful for. And I realize that, you know what, things might not be going great, but I always have those things. And a lot of them, when I first started this, a lot of them were more material things, like, oh, my house and my money and my car and like what, like, stuff like that. But the more I've done it, the more I kind of started to really have gratitude and appreciation for the little things, like just like the fact that I woke up in the morning, even, there are a lot of people that didn't have that blessing, or the fact that I have full use of my mind and my body, and just the fact that I have people who love me, and the fact that I can go out in my backyard and enjoy nature, and I can read a book and just enjoy my day. Because there are a lot of people that don't have, those privileges, those abilities, and it's kind of cool though because even that feels like momentum. Because when you think of like two or three things, you get that ball rolling. And when you get that ball rolling, the more things you see that you have to be grateful for. It's like, oh, it's not just this, it's this. And then, oh, there's also this. And oh, well, on the building off of that, there's also this. And it just keeps going and going and going. And again, that's that momentum. That's that feeling of just like no matter how bad things might seem, I always have these things. I think it's like they said, that jolt of positivity. And I also think it's important that the momentum can also stop if, like I said, not everything might go your way. Everything might not go your way. And when something doesn't go your way, I don't think the momentum should totally stop. It's like a speed bump. It might slow you down a little bit, but it shouldn't stop you. And I think a lot of people, when something bad happens, like, oh well, there goes the momentum. There go, like, they're like, oh, like someone could have a perfect day, but one little thing goes wrong and it ruins the whole day. It's like, nah, it's still a great day. It's just one bad thing happened. It's kind of like, I forgot this is the expression of like, there's X amount of seconds in a day. Don't let something or someone that took up 2 minutes ruin all the other seconds. And I totally agree with that. You can't let something that only lasted however little amount of time ruin all the great stuff. And another thing to do when something bad happens is, again, do that practice of gratitude. If you have access to it, I would also say definitely go outside and touch grass and just be with nature. I've read books about how much nature has a positive impact on your mental health. Or even if you don't have like a backyard or plants, whatever, just go for a walk. Just go for a walk outside. I mean, there's a whole bunch of studies on how good walking is, and if you walk long enough, you get like that walker's high, and that's pretty cool too. And especially now, I think one of the things that we should be grateful for is the beautiful weather, because this past winter has been pretty brutal. Um, It was cold, and I think we all kind of waited and waited for, like, the weather to finally get warmer, and now that it's here, it's like, I'm so grateful that I can go outside and I don't have to be inside wearing, sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt and socks and, a hoodie because it's so cold that even inside it's cold. And like I said, it almost feels like it's also like armor along with momentum, because it's like no matter what bad things happen, you can always kind of, it's like, yeah, that sucked, but I always have these things. And it's like it bounces right off of you. There's also an old Buddhist saying about like bad things happening. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. They call it the two arrows. It's like the one arrow is the bad thing happening to you, and the second arrow is allowing that thing to hurt you, like allowing that thing to bother you. It's like, but you don't have to allow the second arrow to even hit you. You just accept that the bad thing happened. You do what needs to get done to move over that hurdle, and you move on. You don't need to linger on it. I was watching, elaborating on that a little bit too. I was watching I started a new series. It's very popular. Started watching Ted Lasso. It's awesome. I love it. And one of the things that he says in it is the happiest. He's talking to one of like the players on his soccer team, and he says, "You know what the happiest animal in the world is?" And the guy's like, "No." And he says, "It's a goldfish, because a goldfish's attention span is only 10 seconds." And I really like that, because I feel like a lot of the time we get so wrapped up in things that have happened. And I talked about this in my last video, and we kind of allow those things to affect the present moment. And even going back to the gratitude practice on that, and the momentum on that, it's like you have to be grateful for this moment. You have to be grateful that this moment is even here. Yeah, bad things might happen in the future, and bad things might have happened in the past, but be grateful that we're here right now. Be grateful that we're on this planet, and be grateful that we're alive, and find other things to be grateful for. And even that's a good place to start, just being grateful that you're alive, because there are, the odds of you being here are like, I mean, you could I don't even know what they are. I'd be lying if I said, but it's like the winning the lottery times a million. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. Momentum, gratitude, and positivity. Carry the momentum, be grateful, and stay positive. I'll see you next time.